Hi guys, I'm Lizzy and I'm going to share with you a little bit of my story today. So, I was blessed to grow up in a Christian home and I was given the extraordinary opportunity to attend a Christian school all throughout grade school and high school. I was constantly immersed in a Christ-centered environment and I had a lot of knowledge about God. All the information was in my head, but I was never driven to put Christ first in my own life, and my faith was very complacent. I would throw myself into many different activities: sports, music, theater, of course, classes. And I began to live my life for my successes in those areas, and I would define myself through them. I began to set higher and higher standards for myself. I would push myself to meet the goals that I made, and I was driven by the prospect of a new thrill that I thought I would receive when I achieved those goals. That's not to say that I always succeeded, of course, but any time that I was not able to achieve my own standards of success, I would harbor a lot of bitterness towards myself. And then I would take extra measures to ensure that that never happened again. So I would finish assignments earlier, practice longer, rehearse more, whatever it took. And this trend was something that continued when I went to college. In this new environment, the identity that I created for myself was gone. I was no longer participating in all the same activities that I was in high school, so just academics became my singular focus. I definitely did grow in my relationship with God during my first year of college, but I still did not even realize that my own obsessive control and my constant striving after worldly success was an issue at all. I took a lot of pride in it, actually, and that became a huge struggle for me as well. So I was in the process of developing a more personal relationship with God, but I still wasn't at all willing to place him above my worldly goals, because after all, I thought, faith isn't graded. You can't earn more of God's love in comparison to another person. There are no tangible rewards, so why struggle to progress there when there are other things that need my attention? Clearly, I was still very complacent. And I was still sure that I could handle everything in my life on my own, and that I knew for sure what was best for me. I knew where my life was headed and how I was going to get there. But all the control that I thought I had was just an illusion. It was a trick that I had pulled on myself. So little by little, God worked to shine a light and reveal to me my own ignorance. He challenged me with situations that I couldn't control, unexpected things that took me so far out of my zone of comfort and experience that it became very clear very quickly that relying only on myself and continuing to follow my own plan when it was clearly ineffective was nothing more than a sure way to make things even more difficult and hard on myself. So this season of my life became a cycle of gentle lessons from God that taught me how to turn things over to Him. My relationships, my finances, my academics, because it isn't the physical successes of this world that matter. The words of Ecclesiastes are a constant echo in my mind, that all of the wisdom, all the achievement, all the riches of this world are meaningless, and that chasing worldly things is as futile as chasing after the wind. So turning things over to God every day is still a constant struggle. I still harbor that instinct to try to fix problems on my own and to try to control my own future. But I realize now that Christ's death on the cross to cleanse each one of us of our sins is the only action, the only success in the world that matters. And chasing after God and striving to be closer to Him and putting Him at the center of my life is the only way to experience true joy, and the only way to see Him do better things with my time on this earth than I could ever imagine by myself. So that is my story, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I would love to talk to you guys about it. If you have any thoughts, any questions, or want to tell me your story, please feel free to contact me. Bye!